Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Did I do that? Is that what I did? Did I put a pumpkin up there? In the last episode of Farlands or Bust, or the last stream, at least? Wow, I don't remember a dang thing. I don't remember anything at all. Am I playing the right version of the game? But hello. Hopefully, this is episode 807 of Farlands or Bust. Oh, I see. I made my hidey hole amongst the pumpkins. I see what must have happened. Gosh, listen. I've already chatted with the stream watching here about various things that are happening and not happening. But the one thing that is happening, like I said, is episode 807 of Farlands or Bust for your Saturday, December 5th, 2020. It's almost over. It's almost over. Not the Farlands or Bust expedition. That has many, many, many years to go. But the year of 2020 is almost over, and it's going to be pretty amusing when we all realize that these sort of events are not tied to, dates and numbers that we've invented. So that's going to be a real treat for everybody to start realizing, like 3 weeks in. But we won't talk about that right now. What we will talk about is speedruns. Farlandsorbust.com, where we're raising money. Where we're raising chickens. We're raising money for the Equal Justice Initiative through farlandsorbust.com. I mean, well, you can get there via farlandsorbust.com. We're raising money through the Tiltify system. And we're currently up to $2,445 raised. Thank you, everybody who continues to donate and continues with those donations, asking questions in the comment field. That allows me a little bit of motivation to have something to talk about while I'm recording these episodes, as we've continued raising money for various charities since 2011. That is much appreciated indeed. Said you can get there via farlandsorbust.com. Hello. Oh. I require wool. Hey, excuse me. You know what it is? We just haven't seen a pink sheep in a great deal of time, and it's starting to wear on me. I'm getting a bit worsted for wear. Worsted, get it? Worsted wool, get wool. So that's where my brain is at, my friends. Where's your brains at? Are your brains good? Your brains doing all right? I hope so. I don't get it. You have to understand fine fabrics of the world to know what a worsted wool is. I don't know what a worsted wool is. I just know that it's a type of treatment that does something to wool for fabric. I don't know, makes it softer or something. But worsted. And it sounds like worse. So worse for... So, continuing on here in Farlands or Bust, like I said, walking west here to the Farlands in Minecraft Beta 173. I guess the Minecraft launcher got updated because now I'm receiving a warning that Minecraft Beta 173 is unsafe, unclean. So that's fun. Am I still yeah, okay, I'm still my dude. That was something that changed a while ago, is the Minecraft skins wouldn't load for beta versions. So for a couple episodes. Go back and find out which one, just watching them all. I was accidentally the default Steve skin until I just hackermanned my way into the source code of Beta 173 and applied the quote-unquote non-copyright infringing KurtJMac skin. Worsted wool, you'll be happy to learn, is a tightly spun wool that holds no air, unlike typical wool spun to trap lots of air. I see. So worsted wool is probably used a lot in suits, which is probably where I've heard it. Due to my fine tastes in men's garments. Kurt J suit. What are you, this lawsuit? Ooh, look at this multi-tiered water feature. Become one! Where was I going with any of this? Honestly, after 807 episodes, I'm still not sure. Soups? Yes, soups. Dip the worsted wool in the soup, and it absorbs more liquidy goodness. Speaking of soup, I've been making bread. Oh my. We're now into the psychologically experimental episodes of Far Lands or Bust. you gotta keep up with me here. Co-directed by David Lynch and other directors that make weird movies that I can't think of. No, M. Night Shyamalan makes too much sense of his... Yeah, Charlie Kaufman and... who did... I'm trying to think of like the actual... The big famous guy. The big famous guy who did 2001 and like all those really out there... Oh, that's not my shears. That's a shovel. Oh. Stanley Kubrick. Yes, thank you. I've still never solved a Kubrick's cube. Hey! Oh, that's bad. What was I saying? Let's blame the girlfriend for this. I'm like, I have my my drive and desire to stream or even play video games is reached its limit for the year 2020. So she's like, well then just do Far Lands or Bust for the rest of the year. And I'm like, great idea. So here we are. Bread, is that what are you putting anything in the bread? No, but I got a bread maker. I mentioned this already, but I finally found like a recipe that works consistently. The real pain in the butt is, though, that I was like, the bread maker has a gluten-free setting, but I found it doesn't bake long enough. So it also has a DIY setting where you get to program your own bread making machinations, and so I like make it match the kneading and the rise of the gluten-free setting, but then set the bake for longer. Turns out it doesn't remember those settings. I thought that I would set this DIY program and it would just remember it each time, and then I load the DIY program. But no. Gotta set it each and every time. So that's a real bummer. And apparently that's like every bread maker, I guess, unless you get some sort of like super fancy Alexa-enabled future bread maker. So that was disappointing. Not as disappointing as my hamburger buns. I tried to make hamburger buns. I figured, well, I'm making loaves of bread. Surely I can make hamburger buns to have this pulled pork barbecue that we made on. No. I made hamburger pancakes. They didn't rise at all, and they're quite dense, quite stodgy, as Paul Hollywood would say. We've also been watching a lot of British Bake Off, in case, you know, nobody else in the world is as well. It's not like that's a unique trait. Let's go to sleep. Let's just quickly, before this gets out of hand, further out of hand, let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And stodgy breadness. Ooh. Okay, I think I got enough wool now. That way's west. The barbecue was good. I mean, we buy like the cheapest grocery store pork, like whatever that's on sale, so I don't know that we're getting the highest quality pork shoulder texture, marbling and whatever. But no, it was good. We had it 3 days in a row. Yesterday we made it tacos style, so we had pork tacos, pulled pork tacos. And then tonight, I don't have any idea what to do for dinner, because nothing is defrosted. Nothing is defrosted. Let's see here. Speaking of food, Keys Guy asks, do you like mayonnaise? I do. I don't know that I could say that I like it. I think it is a necessary component of sandwiches. I used to do Miracle Whip, like growing up as a kid and stuff. That's trash garbage now. So I just get the regular old mayonnaise. But I just do a very thin layer, a very thin, minute layer, just as kind of a adhesing agent between the bread and the sandwich fillings. I don't mind it if it's on a hamburger. I know a lot of places put mayo on a hamburger bun. I don't really do that if I'm making my own hamburgers. I don't use it really in any other fashion. It's really good. It's really good at if you're making skeletnas, spooky noises. If you're making grilled cheese instead of butter, obviously use butter. But if instead of butter you spread mayo on the grilled down side of bread, that gets a nice toasty bread bottom. I suppose. I don't know how else to put that. Because of the egg, it almost turns into like a French toast type of fried situation. Very healthy, I'm sure. Just very, very healthy. Asking for no mayo. You can't undo mayo. It's part of the whole system here. It's holding the fabric of space-time together. Here's the thing. I don't like meat name salad sandwiches. Chicken salad, tuna salad, any sort of fish. That's no good to me. That's no good to me. That's not a sandwich. That's like a side that you've pressed between two loaves of bread. Egg salad? No. Get out of here with that stuff. Just give me a whole dang fried egg on a piece of toast. and I'm set. Like that, I don't understand the people who go to Subway, full stop, but at Subway get like the chicken salad or egg salad. It's like, and they use like an ice cream scoop to scoop out the mush. No good. It's no good! I stand in judgment of your food and dietary choices. Sirs and ma'ams and everyone. Beef salad. Ah, beef salad. Mmm. Raw. Cold steak. Yeah, potato salad. Like on the side, if you're like grilling out. It's good. What about a salad sandwich? There's no such thing in this universe. Get out of here with your socialist ideas. So yeah, we really stretched that question as far as we could. Let's answer another one. This one from not Elon Musk, apparently. Not Elon Musk asks, Elon Musk, not me, expects an orbital Starship flight to cost as low as $2 million. As low as, look at this tall subterranean tree. Look at it go. Reaching on up for its dreams right there. I gotta get a picture of that. Sort of. Here we go. That's might make the thumbnail. Wait, actually, it won't. Based on the way I format the thumbnails, I need to get Wolfie over here. There we go. Dang it. Look at me. Look at me. Look. There you go. Ha. Got it. As low as $2 million. That's a low, low affordable price. If your fan community raised the between 20,000 and 200,000 that it would cost to send you to send you to space when Starship does tourist launches in like 5 to 15 years, would you play Kerbal Space Program 2 from orbit? Wow, that was a journey. That question, I thought you were having a stroke. What? So wait. Oh, so the full Starship flight will cost $2 million. Ha. Huh. So depending on how many people are on board, a seat could cost 20,000 to 200,000. Ha. If the community raised that much, ha. Would you play Kerbal Space Program 2 from orbit? Ha. No, that would seem like a real waste of enjoying yourself in space. If you got to go to space. Yes, and we're also assuming Kerbal Space Program 2 is actually a thing that's going to happen. There was that guy that played the flight sim while on the flight. Yes, Rami. I don't know how to say his name. I've met him a few times. He did Nuclear Throne and a few other games, and he does a lot of. He's kind of like me in that, like, he gets a Polygon article written about him once every 5 years. He did Twitch. He programmed Twitch Plays Flight Sim, where through the chat, like, his chat controls the airplane and they fly around and stuff. And then he also recently took a flight where then he flew the same flight in real time on his laptop while on the actual flight, and like documented it. But then there's also the game Airplane Mode. I want to try that, and I mentioned this a few times, I think, where it's like Desert Bus, but you're just an airplane passenger, like on a flight, and you have to just sit in your seat, look out the window, or browse through the entertainment. on your seatback entertainment system. Ooh, the stream is lagging, my friends. That's no matter because the recording is fine. The recording will be fine. Just one more reason you'll have to tune in to the YouTubes. So what was I answering? Would I play Kerbal Space Program 2 from orbit? No. 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 I would not. I would not. And also, all of those figures, I'm sure, are orders of magnitude off as per the cost of things. And whatnot. KSP2, no. Yes, I even have an alert for it. But thank you, not Elon Musk. That's very kind of you to suggest that instead of providing me with a seat on a starship, that my fans have to raise the money. Very kind of you indeed. Let's make a elevated hidey hole here. Are we back up and running? Looks like we're back up and running. As far as the stream is concerned. Oh, nope, it just dropped again. I looked at it. Hey, so about that whole streaming thing and being motivated to stream, my internet says no. The internet says no. Let's go to sleep and hope for the best. And stream bufferingness. Stream bufferingness indeed. Woof. Yeah, no, I don't know if the stream is even here with us anymore. So hello, YouTube, and everybody watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast. It's just you and me now. You don't have to worry about them. They're gone. I got rid of them. We did get a question from Alan Zero, whose name only seems like one I recognize from something else, but guarantee you is not. Alan Zero asks, okay, I didn't remember. Oh, I might have pressed the button. I'm like, I don't know why I pulled up my compass, but Alan Zero asks, have you ever read, written, or had any particular interest in poetry? Oh, no-atry. Bad poetry. High school was a very poetry-filled time in my life. I took a few creative writing classes, and a few years ago, I think my dad was going through the basement of his house and found a bunch of my old high school poetry, called me up and asked if I wanted him to keep them. And I, without hesitation, said, nope, throw those in the bin. Better yet, put them through a shredder. Make sure that they never see the light of day ever again. No, thank you, sir. That is not something that needs to exist. Old angsty, horny high school KurtJMac poetry. No, sir. So as far as I'm concerned, those have been wiped from history. And they will never be a scourge on this plane of existence ever again. So yeah, yes, kind of, just because they, not they made us, but like, it was kind of like, whatever, a creative outlet as a teen, that just came and gone, I suppose. I mean, I'm kind of you know, it's kind of like a default, but like, Beans, what's his name? I forgot his name already. Poetry. There's a poet and I don't know it. Anyway, yeah, I own a few, like, poetry books that I never read. And, I can't think of his name. Shelf Silverstein. No. Dr. Seuss. No. He's, like, very famous and very crude. And it's a little bit like the default. It's kind of like, if you're into music, you like Radiohead. There's nothing wrong with them, but everybody likes Radiohead. Everybody. Everybody's just naming off names. Who, I'm surprised they can actually hear me here in chat, that I even exist. Shakespeare. No! Shakespeare is more like the Beatles. What's his name? I have the name of a photographer in my head, and I can't get it out of my head, and it's gonna be there ever. It's getting worse, but we can hear you. Okay, so they're just listening to the podcast edition. Beans. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look up on my brand new Google phone for I know the name of one of his poems. Oops. Charles Bukowski. That's the one. Charles Bukowski. Yeah, I mean, it's like that's the kind of poetry I would write, and I kind of would enjoy reading at times. More modern, crude. Who? Who? What do you mean, who? Radiohead. But I guess, speaking of Radiohead and stuff like that, like, I guess I like music for the poetic, for the lyrical, neat stuff. Mike Wazowski? Charles Bukowski. Alright, maybe I am hip and down with the unknown poets, that nobody else knows it's. Maybe I am indie like that. But yeah, no, certainly not recently. Certainly not anything that's been a part of my life recently at all. I don't know. Maybe that is something that I need, that I desire in my brain nutrition is literature, poetry, culture, Broadway musicals. I don't know. So yes, Alan Zero, to answer your question, but no, not so much at the moment. Yeah, I don't know what I need. That's the problem. Oh, that's I'm gonna, oh geez, oh god, oh no, oh, okay. Well, I was happy that I didn't light that sheep on fire, but then that just happened, so I guess that was better than burning to death, but Cone Dodger, right at the last minute here before we started recording, asked, I started watching The Simpsons from the start, finally. Why didn't you tell me this show was actually super sad? The first season or two are kind of, like, slow and sad. Like, they're trying to be like an actual of the era TV family sitcom where there's a lesson to be learned at the end. Homer isn't necessarily as stupid and idiotic as he is in current seasons. So yeah, it's about like season 3 or 4 where it really starts to pick up, and the real memes and the real classic episodes start rolling into town, I feel. Flanders hasn't been Flanderized yet. Yeah. So yeah, we watched like a newer episode or a couple newer episodes. We weren't sure what to do. So we watched a couple of them on Hulu or wherever they're at. The newer ones are weird because like they're using cell phones and stuff. And they made a Somebody Feeds Phil reference, a Phil Rosenthal guest appearance, which was really weird because it's also like too real, right? Yeah, like they were voting or whatever, and yeah, something doesn't feel right about the current episodes either. So yeah, that's The Simpsons for you. I have like those box sets, like up to season 9 or 7, or I can't remember where I just stopped. You know, basically it's when people stopped buying DVDs because what the heck is the DVD? But yeah, I haven't watched through from the beginning in a while. The girlfriend is showing me Trailer Park Boys, which is on Netflix, and we're up to season 7 on that. And it seems like season 7, there have been some changes. They've gone to high def, and it doesn't, like the first few episodes, doesn't seem right. It's not the same. Hopefully they can reel it back in. I mean, there's enough seasons. I'm assuming they might, but yeah, we've been watching through Trailer Park Boys. We watched the Christmas special, Trailer Park Boys, the movie, although it seems to take place not in the same universe as the TV show. So yeah, that's kind of the silly, goofy, non don't think about it thing that we're watching these nights. Still working our way through Star Trek Deep Space Nine. What is happening here? I think we're on season 3 of that. That still hasn't gotten great. Season 4, season 3. We're just kind of trudging our way through and enjoying a few Quark episodes that pop up every now and again. But yeah, Deep Space Nine has been a real struggle. And then, of course, the Bake Off show. But like I said, maybe television entertainment isn't the answer right now. Perhaps I need to start reading the works of the great masters of literature. Perhaps that is where I should devote my brain thinkings. DS9 has not really gripped me. I don't relate to any of the characters. Yeah! I mean, except Quark. My girlfriend is Quark. You know what I mean. She identified with Worf. He shows up in Deep Space Nine eventually, doesn't he? But now she's identifying with Quark. I don't know. I kind of feel like an Odo because I'm kind of like, what's wrong with all you people? Why am I the only normal, not normal one here? Season 4. Okay, we must be on season 3 then. I'm getting a little tired of the whole Cardassians, Bajorans you know, every new war crime that pops up and has to be investigated and gone through. I'm getting a little bit tired of that whole thread. And then their whole, like, religion with, like, Nurse Ratched and her weird rise to power. And that was the thing about Next Generation, is, like, religion wasn't, like, a part of it. Like, they didn't have that. So, like, to have it be, like, a huge, weird part, the prophets and whatnot, is kind of annoying. Doesn't pick up until the Dominion. Well, we just met the Dominion. Or, like, we just met... Spoiler alert, like, that whole season started with the Dominion. With Odo learning things and whatnot. But... still... apparently way through the series got like a total reboot rebirth. Oh. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get to it, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll dive headfirst into the creative fiction writing. I won't. I can't. Reading stresses me out. I'm barely able to read a simple, plain and straightforward wiring diagram for a 1978 Datsun. But anyway, I apologize, everybody who watched this episode with none of the context of the stream, and those who watched the stream with none of the context from my brain. This has been episode 807 of Farlands or Busts. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. The internet says no.